Oh, snap. What up, man? Y'all welcome to I Hate the Homies pregame NFL season 2022-2023 kickoff. I'm your boy, Rock Teasy.
It's your boy, GRIFF, the first homie. And you know what? I hate the homies.
And it's your boy, Supa Dave. But guess what, people? We
don't care. Listen, man, we've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Yes, sir.
So let me tell you something, man. We're going to kick off the NFL season tonight. Welcome to you guys. Glad you guys joined us, whatever. Let's go through the laundry list real fast. Before we get started, we need y'all to subscribe, download, rate, and review I Hate the Homies podcast. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, click that little alert button, bell. When you see that bell, that means that every time we drop a new episode every week, you'll get alerted to your phone, your iPad, doggone it, your beeper, if you still got one of those. And
please don't have a beeper.
Check out the I Hate the Homies YouTube channel, man. It is dope. It is what it is. So what we going to do, man, we're going to try to, over this next hour, we're going to do our NFL picks of the week. All right. Y'all going to get a chance to hear all of our picks for every game this week. We're going to talk about Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? His situation. Does he have another championship left in him? Quarterback changes. There's been a lot of quarterback changes this season. So we're going to run down that. We're excited about Russell Wilson. He out there in Denver right now. Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. A lot of optimism going on with owner Jerry Jones. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about the best teams in the AFC in our opinions, the best teams in the NFC in our opinions. Then we're going to give you our final four. Each of us are going to give you our prediction of the final four teams. All right. And then we're going to give our prediction of who's going to win the Super Bowl, who winning it all, the whole shindig. So that and a whole bunch of other stuff. You never know what we're going to get into, but I hate the homies, man. So let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Y'all want to start about talk about Tom Brady? Let's start off with Tom.
Of course, football Jesus. Always gets first.
The biggest story. That's the biggest story.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna be straight up. We now know allegedly why he took off and took some personal days off during the preseason is because allegedly he's having some situations with him and his wife. And his wife allegedly said that she didn't want him to come back out of retirement. She didn't want him to come back and play football. It's time to, be daddy and be husband. Now, these are all speculations. We're not there. We're not in their household. But I put
But we got wives. We got wives.
I put $100 down. That's probably why he wasn't at camp. What y'all think?
Right. And then, what's crazy is when you a lot of those players will take the big lineman for the Rams after they won the Super Bowl. He grabbed his kids with the confetti still coming down and saying, "This is it for daddy. Next year, this time I'm hanging out with y'all. I'm done." I just thank y'all for I thought that was so cool when Tom Brady retired. Now he done retired a couple times. That can't be good on his spouse because and not in a hater way, but in a spouse way. You understand? You hurting your body every week. You come home, they don't see you at home when you can't move and you can't walk and you know what I'm saying, and your mind is all, you can't focus on your family because you think about what you got to do against the Saints and the Panthers and now Baker Mayfield and it's a lot. So when you tell your wife, "Hey, this is it, babe," she gets that relief. She goes, "Okay, you almost made it to the Super Bowl again. It's okay. You got enough of them. We are wealthy. It's fine." And then when you change your mind, now did you talk to Giselle about that mind change? Or did you just say, "I think I want to play again"?
Supa Dave.
I don't want to be home all day.
But hold on. She signed up for this. Tom Brady's been saying this for a long time. How long did he say he want to play until he was 45 years old? and he's 40. He's going to be 45 years old when this season starts. In the middle of the season, when you look where he is, he had a taste of being at home when he retired. It might have been for 4 or 6 weeks, but that was enough. I'm just like him. How much can you take of being at home with your wife all day and those kids all day? You can get around with the guys and winning championship. It's a different kind of feeling. You know that.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Okay. 45. He's about to be, he is 45 years old.
Yeah.
He's still at the top of his game. He had one of his best seasons last year, 40 touchdowns, bro. And you're sitting at home, and even though he on one side of his brain is telling him, you know what, I'm good, I'm done, I don't need this no more. He's still thinking like, man, if I'm only 1 year old, I can keep playing. I'm at the top of my game. I want to keep playing till I can't play no more. Now, you got to respect that, bro. Like, we're all family men. Okay, so if my kids are crying, if my kids are like, Daddy, I want you home. Hey, Daddy, I miss you. Daddy, I want to spend more time with you. Then you know what? I'm done. And I'm gonna tell you a quick little personal story, man. With me, I was in a similar situation. I might have shared this with you guys before.
You also had 6 Super Bowl rings. Tell me about this situation.
He didn't have crap.
Man, let me tell you something, man. When I was on Dish Nation, right? And I live in Dallas, Texas, but I used to commute to go take Dish Nation in Atlanta, Georgia. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I would be in Atlanta doing the radio show and then taping Dish Nation. I would fly back to Dallas when we got done taping Dish Nation on Thursday afternoon, and I'm home all the way through Sunday again. Then I take the last flight out back to Atlanta. And I did this for 3.5 years. And my routine was my wife and my son would drop me off at the airport every Sunday night. I go in the airport, get on the plane, fly to Atlanta. But one day, something told me to look back when I got out the car. And I never looked back. I kissed my wife. I give my son some dap, tell him I love him. I'll see you in a couple of days. But I looked back on my way into the airport, and my son was bawling. He was crying in the back seat. And so I went back. I'm like, yo, buddy, what's going on? And I looked up at the front seat with my wife. She said, he does this every Sunday that you leave. So I'm like, yo, why didn't you tell me? And, my wife was like, well, you out there doing, you're fulfilling the dream. You're providing for the family. I got you back 100%, all that kind of good stuff. I'm like, yeah, but if he's crying every time I leave on Sundays, that's a problem for me, for Daddy. So, man, I opened up that back seat. I grabbed him out the car right then. We went into that airport. He came to Atlanta with me. I bought him a ticket right there. And he spent that whole week with me in Atlanta. And man, that was some tough situations right there. So if Tom Brady's kids and family is doing that, man, Tom, you gotta think about that, bro.
But guess what? Giselle wasn't no easy wife anyway. She was already yipping and yapping, doing way too much. And unlike your children in Dish Nation, you ain't Tom Brady, dog. Like
y'all
gonna have to cry. I'm out here breaking right. You understand me? You'll thank me in a decade.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Rock. At the end of the day, you saw how Tom Brady finished last season.
Yeah,
he left a bad taste in his mouth. When
you
lose to the Rams got lucky. They had the big play at the end of the game against that prevent defense. I don't know why Tampa was in that defense, but Tom Brady brought you all the way back. If they beat the Rams, they will beat Green Bay, because you saw what San Francisco did to Green Bay. They would have beat Green Bay, and they would have been playing for a championship.
Well,
no
we could talk about Tom Brady all day, man. Let's talk about some of these other quarterbacks that ain't Rock T or football Jesus.
Is he going? But the whole point is he going to win another championship this season?
No, I don't think so, dog.
No.
Doubting Tom Brady?
No, it ain't about doubting Tom Brady. You asked us the question. No. We gave you our answer. He ain't gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
He's winning another championship, and he will win it this year. His final year, he will go out. Now they gotta show up that offensive line. But you look at the NFC conference. Tampa Bay still has the best shot to win the championship. As long as you got Tom Brady. He showed you that last year.
Hold on.
He could have easily won the MVP. Easily. But they gave it to they give it to your boy in Green Bay. But he should have won the MVP last year. He led the league in passing and in touchdowns and in completions. Come on, man.
You know how we feel about football, Jesus. He is the GOAT's GOAT. But a little bit of time get left the season before, just a little bit. Not a lot of bit, just enough, because now we all saw your whole schemes. We know you're gonna do different ones, you're gonna try to mix them up, but we a little closer to getting to you. Now, do I think every defense in the country is gonna come to him? Do I think he's not gonna win that division? The division is his. I don't care what Baker Mayfield does in Carolina, and I really know Marcus Mariota gonna let down all of Atlanta. So no offense, he was a Raider. We all love this story. A little Hawaiian boy from Oregon with the Heisman, but dog, he ain't been. Ask any Tennessee fan what happened to Marcus. They don't have love for him like that.
You don't understand how y'all doubt this guy.
We're not doubting. Look, hey,
you asked us, is he gonna win? Hold on. You asked us, do we think Tom Brady gonna win it all this year?
We're not doubting him. We're just saying it's our opinion. He ain't gonna win it this year, bro. Tom Brady.
Keep this video so when I can throw the pie in y'all face at the end of the season when they win a championship and Tom Brady goes out.
So you don't believe you a diehard Cowboy fan. You don't believe nobody in all 31 other teams gonna do anything except Tampa Bay. Dog, stop.
Boo. Let's move on. Let's talk about some other quarterbacks, man. Because Supa Dave, you
doubting this guy.
You own something. Ain't nobody doubting him. When you quit using that word, man.
You are doubting him. You said no. Don't sit up here and try to come with me with that.
We're not doubting Tom. Come on, man. We moving on to let's talk about some more quarterbacks because we gonna you started
hot already. Damn.
Go get your wife so she can spank you, dog. Something, man. Give you your ice cream cone. All right, so we got a lot of quarterbacks that moved around, man. Like Matt Ryan is the Indianapolis Colt now. Russell Wilson is a Denver Bronco. Carlton Wentz is a Commander.
Garbage. He's a garbage man. He's a garbage man wherever he goes. He picking up garbage.
Not so quick. I got some thoughts on that, man. Baker Mayfield's in Carolina. Marcus Mariota's as an Atlanta Falcon. Mitchell Trubisky is a Steeler. That's interesting. And of course, even though he's on this list, he's not going to be that big of a factor this year, in my opinion. Is Deshaun Watson is a Cleveland Brown. So where you want to start?
I would like to say I'm an avid Madden fan. I was playing the Steelers the other day, and somebody put numbers on me with Mr. Trubisky. So I would like to be a little more respectful of Mr. Trubisky. I wasn't ready. He just kept throwing deep. I was like, with Mr. Trubisky? Now I'm down 28-10, and I was like, yeah, I took Mitch for bad. That is my bad. I don't think I was in a quarter. I was in a nickel strong. I was in a dime. I was in a sugar week. I was in a bunch of this dude. Just the fact that he was dropping back and airing it out with Mr. Trubisky, I was like, hey man, I didn't think his arm was that sweet. So I got a little. I don't think he will be what the Steeler fans want him to be, but I don't think he's going to be bad in Pittsburgh.
He'll be serviceable. I think he may get him 9 wins. You know what I'm saying? He may get 9 wins or whatever, but I'm going to tell you who's going to be a quarterback. Listen, now, when I say this, I know y'all going to trip out, but hear me out on this.
Carson Wentz, dog.
Carson Wentz.
Don't you dare.
Carson Wentz, if he don't get hurt, look, he ain't going to win no Super Bowl. He may not even get the doggone Commanders to the doggone playoffs, but he's going to have a solid year if he stays healthy. I just have a feeling that Carson Wentz, we're going to get to like week 10 or 11, and we're going to be talking about, Carson is having, I'm not going to say an MVP season, but he's going to be having probably a career season.
No. Hold, Sean Jones. I'm glad that Matt Ryan gone from the Falcons. Ryan's arm weaker than the Wi-Fi connection. Finally, we can get some receivers to catch deep in the end zone. What up, Sean? Sean, give me 1 second. I'm writing this down. Supa Dave. It is approximately
write it down.
17:15 Eastern time
Write it
on
down.
September 8th.
Write it down.
This man said Carson Wentz by week 10 is going to do.
Wentz doesn't believe that. Wentz doesn't believe that. Come on,
dog.
Rock.
Wentz is gonna, if he stays healthy and does not get hurt, he's gonna have a career season.
He gets hurt though. He's a brittle quarterback. Quarterback.
If he gets hurt, then you can throw everything I said out the doggone window. But if he stays healthy, he's gonna have a career season for him.
Oh my God.
For him. I'm not putting him in the playoffs. I don't have him winning the division. I don't have him making a Super Bowl ring. I mean, run. All I'm saying is he's gonna have a career year for Carson Wentz.
That's the quarterback he picked. What quarterback you want to talk about on the list, homie? Who you got, Supa Dave?
All right, you already know he's gonna pick Russell Wilson. Go ahead.
Oh my God, how did you know?
I knew it.
Hold on. This is a guy that hadn't had one vote in the MVP race over the years. He was on a bad Seattle team last season with no offensive line. You saw what happened 2 years ago. He put up over 4,000 yards, over 30 touchdowns. He should have been in the MVP mix, but he wasn't. Now he's with a team that's ready. They're ready to win right now. They didn't have a quarterback. They ain't had a quarterback since who? Peyton Manning.
Pretty
much.
Now
you bring Russell Wilson in with a young defense, with a running game, with an offensive line, and he has arm and he has receivers. You better not doubt this guy. And plus he has Sierra. Don't doubt Russell Wilson. I'll put him up there. He's gonna be a threat. He's going to be a threat in your division. Division, bro.
As a tattooed Raider fan, I'm strongly worried about the Broncos this season. Haven't been this worried about them since Peyton left. You are absolutely correct. It's going to be very, very fun Monday night to watch him go to the 12 in Seattle and see what that crowd did to visiting quarterbacks while he was there. Now they gonna love him when he come out. They're gonna show him love one time, and then that's it. He about to get booed the whole game. That 12 stadium ain't no joke. So in my division, I'm worried. I'm not a fan of him being. I wish he would have went to Jack. I wish he would have went anywhere but the Broncos, dog. I hate it.
And let's get back to one more thing about what Rock I know you didn't say it playoffs. I know you didn't say Super Bowl. But with Carson Wentz, what we got to start doing, Carson Wentz, what we got to start doing, GRIFF, is like they do in football. We all need to pee in the cup before we start a program, because I'm pretty sure. Well, when I look at what he just said, he wouldn't make it. He would not make this show today. He would be cut from this show today by bringing up his name.
Man, let me tell you something.
I would also like to say, remember the old cartoons when they showed the hobo with a stick with a red bandana? That's Carson Wentz in my mind. Yeah.
Let me
On
tell you
the bench,
something.
we just be there with it.
Let me tell you why I knew Supa Dave was going to talk about Russell Wilson, the best quarterback on this list of quarterbacks that we're talking about. It's easy to pick Russell Wilson, saying he's going to have a great year because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, period. It's easy. That's not a hot sports opinion, man. You're just talking because it's easy. It's easy to say that.
So the BS you just put out there is hot sports. I don't just put out something that I don't believe in. With Wentz, you know you don't believe that. Don't sit up here and say that about him.
He believed Carson. If that man believed Carson, well, here, how about this? People, you got more faith in Carson Wentz than people in Philadelphia, than people in Indianapolis, and it's probably some Redskin fans. Apology, Commander fans that's watching this right now, going, it's the same quarterback that I guess. And Rocky, you a sports genius. You done branded yourself as somebody who knows sports. So, like I said, 19:15 Eastern Standard Time, Carson Wentz by week 10. I want to see.
Okay, so before we move on, repeat what I said about Carson's season this year, Griff.
You said he will have a season high for him.
Thank you.
That's what you said.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I heard
That's
you.
it. Okay. Okay, let's move on.
That don't mean diddly to anything because it's about winning. I don't care about
because if you a hobo, you either got a red bag or a blue bag. Nobody care about the color.
Make a real pick.
I just call it like I see it. Let's talk about your Dallas Cowboys, Supa Dave, who you supposed to be the biggest Dallas Cowboy fan. That's not, because you're the wackest Dallas Cowboys fan, because you come into every season talking so bad about your Cowboys before they even played week one. And it's like you're creating all these negatives about your team. You're not a real fan. And Griff, I think you say this all the time. How can you be a real fan of a team where you already got them losing almost every week because of all the...
He hate them.
Yeah.
He hate them. And Ray Duggar is saying the Cowboys is making history this year. Ray Duggar is the actual dude who made our soundtrack for I Hate the Homies. Every time you hear that, I hate the homies. It's Ray Duggar.
He needs to be drug tested.
Here's what's awesome. Ray Duggar is born and raised in Washington, D.C. If anybody watching this feed right now knows, Washington, D.C., for some reason, is split 50-50 Commander fans, Cowboy fans. It's the craziest phenomenon. When the Cowboys come to Washington, D.C., the game is split. It's no home field advantage. It's the craziest things. Pastor Chiron saying, look, you even got D. Hardy saying the Cowboys are laughable. But let's talk about what Jerry Jones said. What did he actually say, Supa Dave?
He made some kind of statement because with Jerry Jones, it's all about, he said, being optimistic about this team, which has no offensive line right now. They're all beat up on the offensive line. But he started making some kind of comments about 1 and 1 is 3, which I don't know how 1 and 1 is 3.
That's Jerry Jones, though.
I can't operate where I say 1 and 1 is 2. We all know it's physical, but 3 is where you have to go. Now you have to be optimistic to operate in a world and commit and do things when you're got to count 1 and 1 being 3. I don't understand anything he said.
First of all, Jerry Jones also need to show us some piss because he sound a little dementia. There's a little dementia mixed in there, Mr. Jones. No offense, but you sound crazy as hell.
This is where I get mad at y'all, because y'all say I'm hard on my boys. But how long has it been since they won a championship? It's been since what, 1996? 1996, when they won a championship against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They haven't done diddly since then. And all I remember last season after the San Francisco game, during that game, Stephen A. Smith on ESPN showing all those Cowboy fans crying, hugging on each other because of the loss, because the Cowboys wasn't ready to play that day. I expect that from them. They are a train wreck waiting to happen.
Horrible expectations, dog. That's a horrible. I can't believe you.
You showed me. No, Griff. It's been 30 years. You showed me something. You showed me that
I'm a Raider fan, dog. It's Detroit Lion fans that got more faith and expectation than you. You sound crazy, dog. All we saying.
Don't sound crazy. What is it about? See, y'all settle because y'all don't win. Well, especially with Detroit, y'all don't win championships. So we ain't talking about Detroit.
Hey, get off my Lions, son. Get off my Lions, son.
Win championships. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the Cowboys don't look at the NFC Championship game. They look at winning Super Bowls. And that's what it's
doing. Yeah, but at least have some expectation and be like, you know what? First thing somebody said, I saw one of the viewers say, hey, this is going to be a good year for the Cowboys. That's expectation. That's somebody saying, hey, Griff, what your Raiders going to do this year? Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys like Rock T lies about everything else. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. How I feel. I suffered through all those years. I suffered with the Cowboys, and I'm still a Cowboy fan, but I want to see improvement. They were the worst team last year in penalties. They led the league in penalties. That's undisciplined. They were uncoached.
Yeah, that is undisciplined.
But when you look at that San Francisco game, everybody thought they had a chance to win. Did they show up? No, they didn't. And then when the final,
but what about living the past, dying the past? It's a new season.
Just remember the last play of that game when Dak drove him down the field, but didn't get a ball to the referee. Like every football player knows that. Get the ball to the referee. He stops the clock. You keep moving. He didn't do it. Game ended just like that because they're undisciplined. So how can I have any faith with a team that doesn't have discipline? My kids have discipline. They don't have it.
I don't know, man, but let me give you my thoughts on what I think the Cowboys going to do this year. And the offense, yes. Did they lose Amari? Yes. Did the offensive line is not all the way healthy? That is a big problem. I'm not going to disagree with that. Okay. But their defense is one of the tops in the league. Okay, defense is one of the tops in the league. What do you always say, Supa Dave? Defense wins championships. That come from your mouth. All right. Hold on. You have already spoken, my little pal. Chill. Okay. So Pollard, here's how they're gonna replace Amari Cooper on that offense. Pollard is not gonna only play running back. They're gonna put him in that slot a lot. He's gonna play a lot of slot wide receiver when he's not in the backfield. So they're gonna move him around a lot. He's not gonna be just coming in behind Zeke this year. So because of that, you give the Cowboys another weapon on offense, opposite of CeeDee Lamb. Okay, so I think the Cowboys are good enough to win 11 games this year, possibly 12.
I agree with you on that. I'm not a real Cowboy fan. I live in Dallas. I'm not a fan. But I have respected what Dak Prescott has done off the bench in a third string situation coming from Mississippi State. I root for that young man. His mother died of cancer, then his brother committed suicide, and he still is out here being a great young man. I think he had a dog problem in Plano or something, and that was it. But really respect his character. I'm not really sold on CeeDee Lamb yet, but I like Schultz. I really like Schultz. I think Schultz is the truth.
The tight end. And he dope.
Yeah, but also I believe this will be the year that Ezekiel Elliott will let everybody know, y'all thought I was out. I'm just getting better. He lost a lot of weight. He's getting strong. Let me tell you something. As a Michigan fan, I had to watch that man play us with Ohio State. He's a proper running back. Pollard comes in, gets you fresh legs, and might casually rush for 67, 71. So I'll say this. They'll win. The division is theirs. Watch out for the Eagles, but the division is y'all's. I don't see nobody else winning it. The Giants is garbage. The Giants is garbage.
I agree with you on that last part. But when you talk about the Cowboys, look at the first 5-6 games of the season.
Who y'all got?
Tampa. They played Tampa in Dallas. Mm-hmm. That's a loss.
Y'all can win.
No, they don't win that.
Don't do that one. Don't do that. I'm not wishful thinking. I'm telling you the truth. They got the Bengals the next week here in Dallas.
That's tough.
Okay,
That's tough.
Then. After that, you get a win with the Giants.
I know your schedule was like that.
You get a win with the Commanders.
Right.
But then
right. 2-2.
You play the Rams in LA.
Okay. So I got them 3-2.
And then behind that, you play the Eagles, which you could possibly lose to the Eagles from what people are saying about the Eagles right now, because the Eagles are loaded.
That's what I said. Beware of the Eagles.
Okay. Yeah. The only question mark about who has the better quarterback right now, the Cowboys have a better quarterback than what the Eagles have with Jalen Hurts. But the Eagles are more physical on the offensive and defensive line. But when I look at this Cowboy team, I understand what y'all saying. But when you got a beat up offensive line, you said I talked about defense winning championships. Yes, I have said that. But the Cowboys almost led the league with turnovers last year. But you don't see teams duplicate that. So where are you going to get?
I actually like to say the Raiders have led the league many years in a row with penalties, and we just got used to it. Us not getting penalties last year, we was all like, did we not get penalties like that? It was a shot. But I'm just mad at your fandom, dog. I'm just gonna say that. I'm a little disappointed. How you could say you a Cowboy fan, because I know I could get y'all a Cowboy fan on here who'll be going crazy about Dallas. Island Louva one is saying, what y'all think about Buffalo? I think
we're gonna get into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that coming up when we do our picks and all that kind of good stuff.
I understand what you said about the fan thing, but I mean, do you want me to lie to you and put the
I want you to lie. You a fair weather fan, dog.
I'm being objective. I'm telling you the truth. I've watched this team over the years, and I have not been satisfied. So why would I sit up here and lie to you and say we're going to be great this season when I know that offensive line is depleted? You don't get Gallup back. You don't get Washington back for a couple of weeks on the receiver side. So right now you only have CeeDee Lamb. And you can bring in Pollard, like you said, to play slot, but he's not a receiver. He's not a true receiver. So he can't run routes. So let's stop that crap. He's a running back. That's what he is. And on that defensive side, you lose Randy Gregory to the Denver Broncos.
That was a bonehead move by the Cowboys to let Randy Gregory go.
When you look at Diggs, we talked about Diggs last year with the interceptions, but he also led the league in giving up yards. That's the worst thing you can do. It doesn't balance out.
I'll take that.
I'll take 13 interceptions. All day long.
I'll take 11 interceptions.
Almost 1,000 yards during the season. 1,000 yards during the season.
Or you get picked off. How about that?
Look, here's the part that you're missing about that, Supa Dave. Out of those 11 interceptions, 11 was it 11 or 13? How many did he have?
Between more than 10.
Okay, out of those 11 interceptions, how many points did the Cowboys score off of those turnovers? You got to put that into the equation as well.
I'll put that into the equation when they're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, but show me when they were the meaningful games against teams like they lost to.
You don't think the Cowboys can scrum up a win against Tampa Bay first game of the season?
No,
sure,
anybody can live.
No, they can't. You asked me a question.
Okay.
I said they can't.
All right, next.
So let's shift gears. Let's give our
Y'all got me hot today.
Let's shift gears to our top 4 NFC teams and top 4 AFC teams. And if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'll like to go first on this one.
Go ahead, Ami.
Let's go with the NFC, man. Of course, we got the Rams, Tampa Bay. I got Dallas Cowboys as one of my top 4 teams in the NFC. Now, here's where it gets tough because I got a 3-way tie for the 4th pick between the 49ers, the Green Bay Packers, and the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh my God.
It's easy to pick the Cardinals because they're on their way up as well as a team, and they got a dope defense. I'm not all the way sold on Green Bay this year. Hey, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but he lost his favorite toy. And I'm not saying I just don't see Green Bay having that Super Bowl run type season. So on that note, and then Garoppolo's back with San Francisco, but is he going to back up? Is he going to start? What's going on with that?
He's a backup. Trey Lance is starting.
Okay, so if he's the backup, then I got to go ahead and go with Green Bay.
Right.
I got to go with Green Bay as my 4th team. There it is in the NFC.
But before you do your AFC, guys, we just want everybody who's watching this, man, subscribe to the podcast. Leave us a message. We do reply. You can hit us at I Hate the Homies on everything. Leave a 5-star review. How about that right there?
Yes.
I Hate the Homies. We on everything. Everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can get I Hate the Homies. So if you really hate the homies, which is just opposite, I love the partners, go ahead and ring us up. Now, who you got in the AFC, your top 4?
Oh, man.
You go to the AFC, Rock, because you're talking about being a fan, right?
Yes, sir.
You said to me about the Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Where's the squad on that list? They were on Hard Knocks this year.
Listen.
You got Campbell as your head coach, but I don't see you mention them as a top 4 team.
Because they're not a top 4 team.
Because you're making the right statement. That's all you're doing. That's all I'm saying. You're telling the truth. And that's what I deal with the Cowboys.
Hold on.
Now, if you want to ask me my thoughts and opinions on the Detroit Lions,
I don't want to know your thoughts.
From a fan, I will give you that. But I'm not going to beat up my Detroit Lions. I'm not going to go into the season saying, oh, here we go again. We're going to have another sucky
Exactly.
I'm going to ride for my Detroit Lions, and I'm going to tell you all the reasons why we have an opportunity to get to the playoffs this year, which, by the way, Detroit Lions will make the playoffs. I will say that. But they're still not going to be a top 4 team in the total NFC.
Okay, but can I admit something?
Hold on. Who they going to beat to get to the playoffs?
Let me ponder on that for a moment.
Hold on. Let me tell
Dan Campbell for president. Dan Campbell for president. Let's go, baby.
I love his intensity. I love the coaches he surrounded himself with. I love that team know they've been garbage for a minute and they don't want to be. And their biggest problem is still Chicago, Minnesota, and Green Bay. Before you even leave the division, them is 6 games that ain't easy. Like them is 6.
But Detroit lost most of their games. Hey, a loss is a loss, but they lost most of their games by less than a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Well, look,
you go back I'm
not gonna waste this good I Hate the Homie podcast live NFL season opener on the damn Detroit Lions. What up to LaShonda? Listen, I know you a fan, but that's why I like you though, Rock. Way to ride out with them. Here go my 4 NFC teams. I got the Rams, the Buccaneers, the Green Bay Packers, and I also got the Cowboys. Who you got?
There.
Supa Dave.
So these are just the top 4 teams in the NFC right now, right?
Yes, sir.
NFC.
I think we can't go wrong. I got Tampa Bay. I got the Rams. The Rams will still be in the mix somehow, some way. They will be in the mix. I don't want to have this team, but I gotta wait. They're gonna win a division and they're gonna be part of people's conversation because they are America's team, and that's gonna be the Cowboys. They're in the mix. Because the NFC sucks, man. It just does. If the Cowboys in the
AFC, and who's your 4th one?
Why you won't let me finish, man? Green Bay.
Because we heard all that Dallas negativity, and now you like them. If you don't, how we turn this camera off, dog?
No, I don't like them. They will win a division. I don't like them. I want them to lose.
Who's your 4th?
Who's your 4th? I told you I want them to lose.
He picked Green Bay.
Griff. To lose their job like Mike McCarthy. But
we all got the same 4 teams. So there you go. All right, so let's move to the AFC. Listen,
tough.
I got Kansas City, Cincinnati. Yep. I got Buffalo, which is, my opinion, they're gonna win it all. And believe it or not, this also is one of my dark horse teams that we're gonna get to next. I like the Las Vegas Raiders, dog. I like the Las Vegas Raiders, Griff. I mean, I just call it like I see it.
Why you like them? Why?
Hold on. You leave that man's 4 picks alone.
Hey.
Why? I want to know why.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
if that's what that man want to say, and guess what?
Every team you pick, Adams.
Every team you pick, them is my 4 picks too. Buffalo, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and the Raiders. Straight up. And who's your 4? And then ask me why the Raiders is, because I'm gonna tell you why I like this. When Derek Carr and Devontae Adams get in a rhythm by week 3, and they start saying, remember that play we did against San Jose State? Run that route. Remember that play we did against UTEP? They're gonna have fun. They're gonna have fun again. First of all, Island Level 1, she must be Bills Mafia. She all over Buffalo. We not saying that Buffalo ain't fresh. But don't let nothing happen to Josh Allen. Because if Josh Allen go down, the whole building go down.
True story.
Yeah. Who you got? Who your 4 in the AFC, homie? Let me see.
I had to wake up from all this BS y'all talking. My God. Give me the Buffalo Bills. The Kansas City Chiefs will still be there.
Yep.
I like the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. We all the same 3.
And of course, I'm going with the Denver Broncos. That's my surprise team.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
Let's go to the dark horses. Who's going to be the dark horse of the season? Who's going to be the surprise team of the season? So this was hard for me, man. I got the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. Those are my 2 surprise teams, the Dolphins and the Raiders.
So those are your Cincinnati Bengals teams from last season.
Pretty much.
Okay.
If Tua can stay healthy, bro, the Miami gonna make some noise.
He not gonna stay healthy.
We got a drug test before this damn show. We got a drug test.
But I like your optimism. He ain't gonna stay healthy.
All you gotta do is thump Tua.
remember them sugar snacks that we used the sugar that came in the straws? That's what his legs is made out of.
Yeah.
Every time he run, they put a little spit on his legs to seal up You remember when you broke him, the sugar came out?
Yeah.
When he run, they go, okay, Tua, come here. Come here. You're going to be okay. Get back out there. Get back out there. I got Arizona Cardinals as my dark horse and the Chargers. Let me tell you something. That boy from Oregon, Herbert is a very, very not getting all the props he should get, but he is a damn decent quarterback, dog.
He nice.
Scary, for real.
He nice.
Super Who's yours?
I'm gonna go with San Diego. And I hate doing that pick because everybody's jumping on that bandwagon right now after what happened with San Diego last season, and they have the quarterback that could possibly.
That could what?
See, that's what he get. That's what he get.
That's what he get.
Look at that. So he means.
Look at his face. Look at his stupid face.
He means Los Angeles Chargers.
He looked like he got COVID. No more. He looked like he got COVID. Antoine, we just look at that face. He looked like Sherman Hemsley. Look.
Twan the Don has joined the doggone party. I see you, big dog.
Wait a minute. Look at Supa Dave's horrible Wi-Fi. Look at his face. He looked like dude that be with. He looked like Donnell Rollins right now.
Hey, make the Supa Dave face. Hey, turn your doggone computer off, Supa Dave, and turn it back on. Everybody. So while we waiting on Supa Dave to get back, man, let's talk about Lamar Jackson. Listen, he got this big contract that he's negotiating himself.
I love it.
Listen, I love it, man. Yeah. Come on, man, because he knows his talent equivalent to all the other stars that are in the league. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league, so he's always
an MVP. An MVP. Nothing to talk about. Been to the playoffs every year I've been in the league. Led the league and first person to do 3,000 passing, 1,000 rushing. He's a problem. He's proven. He's way more proven than Kyler Murray. No offense. He's way more proven than Deshaun Watson. And the only one that I feel like he should be capping his money out is right around Russell Wilson, because Russell almost got 2 Super Bowls and definitely got 1 in a possible. But all his stats speak for itself. While we talking about Lamar, and because y'all can hear the passion in our voice, right? We just a bunch of dudes that love. We've been waiting for football season, man. He knows his worth. Not only does he know his worth, I absolutely love that he is sitting with the general manager himself talking about the numbers that he wants. Now, his numbers, he's definitely going to get more than Deshaun Watson. He's definitely going to they're going to have to talk about $200 million, nothing less than $200 million, dog. I mean, this is what I did for your franchise. I'm still young. If you don't like me, let me go then. But somebody going to give me $200 million up front before we talk about any per year deal.
So you just said like what's going to happen and how it's happening, because everybody's like, well, why does he not have an agent? Why does he want an agent to go represent him so he don't get, the short end of the stick? It's simple. Griff just said it. These 3 quarterbacks got this much. Let's start there.
Yeah.
That's it. End of conversation. Let's start there. Period.
Deshaun Watson never took his team to the playoffs. That's number 1. Kyler Murray never was the MVP. That's number 2. And then the rest we can talk about. But for reals, let's just give me $200 million up front. Let's respect my ability. You know what I'm saying? And then the other reason you don't want to have somebody in there negotiating, because if you do get $200 million, okay? If you do get $200 million, you got to give 20+% to some. That means somebody casually give $40 million and ain't put on no cleats and nothing. I love it. Smart, but cut out the middleman. Get Lalita. You know who else did that? Who was very successful with that? Kevin Garnett was somebody who did it. And remember, he came right out of high school. Yeah, and he came right out of high school. I just love. You got to think about it, man. It's a lot of our heroes in this game who went out like suckers. They didn't get their money. They used them for commercials. They that, you know, you got a Jamal Anderson who started the Dirty Bird. You can go back to Ickey Woods. While all that was happening, they never got the money that these guys can gather right now. So I love that Lamar Jackson is 23 years old and really having conversations with white folk about how they need to give him $200 million first before they talk about $30 million a year or something like that. You understand me? What up, LaShonda?
Let me tell you something, man. Today's athlete is learning, and they're taking control of their career, and they're understanding, like, listen, I'm more than just dribble the ball, throw that ball, you know, kick that ball. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. I'm a brand myself. And I've got mentors around me that I'm learning from. And it's like, kudos, man. Look what LeBron is doing. Dude just opened up a Nike campus to go along with his private school. Mayweather, all of them, man. They're controlling and negotiating their own deals. Amazing, man. Amazing. So as we continue to wait for Supa Dave,
let's talk about the Beat the Homies challenge. So every week we are going to pick teams. Okay. So I don't know. Let me ask the producer of this show right now, JR, are we able to put our picks up right now? Can they see our picks, like the ones that we picked? Or is there a website they need to go to? But we all made picks, and we want you to look at our pick and say, oh, my picks is better than that. Look who comes back.
Y'all making me talk on here, huh?
Come on,
what up?
You go to blackamericaweb.com. You could go over to getuperica.com, RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can log on your picks right now. So you could go there right now, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. So y'all go ahead and get those picks before the game starts in a little bit.
About to JR, hold on. JR, while we got you there, you a diehard Chicago Bear fan.
Yes,
tell this Detroit fan. I asked him last week, I said, hey, who is your real rival? It got to be like Green Bay. Tell Rock T and now Supa Dave who you hate.
But Supa Dave is stuck again. But nah, I hate the Detroit Lions.
Why? Tell them why.
Look, I hate Green Bay, but that's our rival, of course. I used to be a semi-Vikings fan because I used to love Anthony Carter. But I hate the Detroit Lions because in the early to mid-90s, when y'all man Barry Sanders used to get off, all of his highlights used to be against the Chicago Bears. He used to make John Roper and Barry Minter and all of those cats look stupid.
Preach.
It used to make me mad, send me home crying.
Let me tell you something.
I do not like the Detroit Lions. I will never pick you all to win a game. I love playing y'all for Thanksgiving because we get to beat y'all and eat some good turkey.
Slow down, man.
Only thing I love about Detroit is what up, dude.
Right. What up, though? That's right. But let me tell you something. Since you mentioned the greatest of all time, I will say it. No disrespect to my man. No disrespect to my man Emmitt Smith. That's my brother right there.
No. You know what he over there saying? Well, I already knew that.
Man, come on. Everybody knows that if Barry Sanders would have kept playing to finish his career out, he would have shattered the record.
You right.
Come on, man.
You right.
Come on.
You right. I would, because half of them yards came against us.
Come on now. so since you dissing my Lions, go ahead and click the off button on your screen now.
All right.
We're good, man.
Yeah. So wait a minute. So y'all heard it. You can go to getuperica.com, RickySmiley.com, blackamericaweb.com. We want you to put in your picks as well. And shout out to Crystal, your awesome wife, who said, I don't even like football, but I'm excited about it just because of y'all's passion. That's a big deal. I received that. And then really, I would love to do a whole show on just explaining football, because I feel like women, so moving from California to the South, I learned real quick that women from the South know football.
Come on,
women
dog.
From the South in the SEC, they've been watching big games on Fridays. They've been watching bigger games on Saturday. And then sometimes the Falcons would win. But these women out here in the South, between the 3-4 and the nickel defense, and could tell you some defensive players and some cornerbacks and some and that means they were raised properly. It's no offense to women who don't understand football. Somebody just didn't take the time to explain it to you. A woman taught me football. One of my father's wives, Sharon Elise, she sat down and showed me the X's and the circles and made me understand, because at that, probably at 9, I knew it because my dad had us all Raider, but I didn't know it was positions and the center and the guard and the tackle. So when it's explained to you, you love it the most. How about that?
There it is, man. So we got 10 minutes left. So let's go ahead and get into these doggone NFL
now
picks.
We got 5 minutes left. We got
all
5.
Right.
Look who changed rooms. Now we in his child room. Now we in his child room. Look at the little girl cheerleader in the back. He done told the kids, get out your room. I need your room. He been running around with the laptop. I need who's in the kitchen.
Let's go, man. We ain't got much time. Who's going to be the MVP of the season? I got quarterback Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills.
I have the quarterback from the Las Vegas Raiders, Derek Carr.
My quarterback, Russell Wilson, will win the MVP this year.
What is all this Denver Bronco fake love, dog?
No, I'm
the team, dog.
I just said Russell Wilson, because you look at if it's going to be somebody in the AFC, because look at the quarterbacks you got to go through. Look at all the quarterbacks. I'm not putting Derek Carr in that mix. How you doing all that, man?
All right, let's go. We ain't got time. Let's go through the NFL picks of the week, man. Listen, we're going to go game by game real fast. Tonight was kickoff in about, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Buffalo at SoFi, the defending champs with the Rams. Listen, I got Buffalo. Getting to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl as a champ. So they're going to win. They're going to beat the Rams tonight.
I'm trying to find my picks because I can't remember. I think I wanted to upset. Like, I can't remember. He said it was on GetUpErica.com.
Rip, just do what Rock does. Just lie. Just lie about it. Just lie.
No, I don't want to. So first of all, for the people who don't know football, the Los Angeles Rams won the Super Bowl last year. So really, you got to be respectful and say it go through the Rams until it doesn't. But Buffalo is right there. Buffalo is right there. And this could be a proper statement. I think I picked Buffalo. This is a proper statement game for Buffalo because they need this. They need it for the town. Because if they don't, then all that yipping and yapping. Exactly.
Yeah, so Supa Dave.
It's simple. Go with Buffalo right now because who did they pick up? They picked up Von Miller, who made that defense even better last season. Now he's with Buffalo, who had the number 1 defense last year, who can also add more pressure on that defensive side. You go with Buffalo tonight.
Boy, you that's the smartest thing you done said on this whole doggone.
Pretty much cut my line.
Yeah,
Jerry Jones cut my line. That's what
New England heading to Miami, South Beach, man. They ain't got no answer for the cheetah. Tyreek Hill's gonna go off. New England is probably gonna have an off year this year, and I'm picking Miami to win this game. Upset, or is it?
Yeah, I got New England. I don't believe in Tua like that. He was an amazing quarterback in Alabama. I believe that Tyreek Hill by week 3 is going to be so mad that he left the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes could throw that rock up in the air and he fast enough to get under it. Tua not that sweet yet, dog. Tua not that sweet. I don't believe. I got New England. For what?
I'm going with Bill Belichick. I'm going with the New England Patriots there. Simple.
Absolutely.
Baltimore over the Jets. Easy. I got the Ravens.
Yeah, Lamar and his braids.
No conversation. It's Baltimore.
Pittsburgh going to Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, I'm putting it out there, may be the closest thing we have to possibly the next Tom Brady. I said it. I'm picking Cincinnati to beat Pittsburgh.
I like the Bengals. I don't believe in Mitch Trubisky, and nobody else does either. Only people from North Carolina.
I think Griff said it all. I'm going with Cincinnati.
Indianapolis over the Houston Texans. Picking Indy.
Matty Ice, baby.
All right, Jacksonville versus Washington Commanders. I'm picking Carson Wentz and the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going with Jacksonville, dog.
I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's the I hate the homie horrible hated game of the week, dog. Like I would never watch that game if it was on, dog. But I do.
Either.
I'm picking Jacksonville. Dog.
I was gonna say, with this game being on, I'll be asleep, but I'm gonna still go for Jacksonville.
San Fran at Chicago. This is gonna be a good game because Lance, we still don't know what we're gonna get. But I
got the Bears. I don't believe in that boy from North Dakota State. I don't believe.
I'm going with San Francisco.
I'm going with the Bears too.
Philadelphia going into my Detroit to play the Lions. Oh my goodness. Detroit will upset the Philadelphia Eagles. I said it. They coming out, baby. Let's go.
In my diehard son's voice, fly Eagles fly, dog.
And the Detroit Lions will have a winning season this year and get into the wild card playoff.
Hold on. Let me write that. Write that down.
Write it down.
Come on.
The Detroit Lions.
It's hard for a Cowboy fan to pick the Eagles, but they're playing Detroit, so it's real easy. I'm going with Philadelphia here.
Next game.
New Orleans at Atlanta. I got the Saints.
I like Marcus on the sneak win for the town. Atlanta.
I'm going with Jameis Winston.
Cleveland at Carolina. Baker Mayfield playing his old team at home. I'm picking the Panthers to win this game.
I also have the Panthers.
Revenge game. I think Baker Mayfield is going to show them they made a mistake.
Yeah. Jacoby.
They didn't make the mistake, but he wants to show them Panthers will win this game.
New York Giants at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee.
That giant man and running back. Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
Las Vegas Raiders going to SoFi to play the Chargers. I got the Raiders.
Tough game, very tough game, hostile. But here go the best part. It's not a hostile crowd. It's going to be more Raider fans in there than it'll ever be San Diego fans. So I got the Raiders without thinking twice about it. I got the Raiders all season, by the way. You could just click Raiders next to all my boxes till week 17.
The whole city of Oakland going to be in the stadium, bro.
I got San
Absolutely.
Diego. San Diego.
Oh,
it's not even an upset. San Diego will win the game.
He said not even an upset. Green Bay going to Minnesota. I think this is going to be a starting week one like last year when Aaron Rodgers was like, what's going on? Everybody was trying to turn their back on him. I'm picking Minnesota for the upset.
Oh, I'm going Minnesota with Aaron. You know, I like Aaron's cockiness. I ain't going to lie. I like it. I'm a fan.
I don't go against Green Bay here. I take Green Bay against Minnesota.
How about that? The way they mopped up your Cowboys your whole life, you should.
Kansas City at Arizona. Patrick Mahomes versus Kyler Murray. This could be a shootout. I'm going with Kansas City.
I think it could. I definitely, for some reason, I was saying it's going to be 43-38 or something. I'm also going with the Chiefs.
I'm going to go with Kansas City. All because Murray probably didn't study for this game. So I got to go with Kansas City in this
That's dirty. That's dirty, bro. Tampa Bay coming to Dallas, man. We already identified why Tom Brady missed preseason. I think that's really he's the GOAT. As far as mentally tough, he's probably one of the toughest mental persons in sports history. But I think this wifey thing is going to mess with him a little bit and his family and his kids. I got Dallas beating Tampa Bay.
Remember when Patrick Mahomes had a baby in the first 5 games of the season, they sucked? I agree the same thing. I'm going with Dallas for the upset. How about that?
I don't think Tom Brady will have a problem. He loves his wife. He loves his family. But he also loves those guys on the football field, and he loves those coaches. They will win this game. They will beat the Dallas Cowboys. It won't be the end of the season for the Cowboys. They're going to lose game 1.
Game of the week, Russell Wilson heading back to the city of 12, Seattle, to play his old team as the villain. By the way, I don't think they're going to boo him. I think they're going to give him a standing ovation.
In the beginning.
I don't think they're going to boo him at all too much, man. I got Russell winning this game. Denver's going to go in there and win this game.
Let me tell you something. When you leave the Raiders, I don't care about your soul, dog, for real. And Seattle feel the same way. Russell Wilson, it's gonna be a bunch of people in that stadium with Wilson jerseys on, with the Seattle logo on it, but he's going to disrespect him at the crib. He's gonna blow them out, dog, for reals.
I'm going with Denver.
Yeah,
simple.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
You're a husband, dog.
Yeah, Seattle has nothing right now. They lost what they had. So that's it.
There it is, man. So it's about to be kickoff time, man. We thank you guys for joining us for this pre-NFL season. I hate the homies, man. Once again, subscribe, download, rate, and review. We love it. Click the alert bell. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. All that good stuff, man. We appreciate you. I'm Rock Teasy, the sports genius.
Hey, it's your boy GRIFF, and I hate the homies.
And this is your boy Supa Dave. Tampa Bay will win it all this year. But guess what? We don't care.
Who's your prediction to win it all, GRIFF?
Now let me do this part. I hate the homies. This is Urban One Incorporated and Reach Media Production, hosted by your boy GRIFF, my man Rock T, and Supa Dave. Follow I Hate the Homies on all socials at I Hate the Homies. Executive produced by me, Harlan Griff Griffin. Supervisory producer Kobe Piner. Sales and corporate partnerships Josh Romani, Khadijah Campbell, and Pamela Summers. Digital marketing by that Chicago Bear fan, J.R. Davis and Tim Hall. Thank you all for listening and watching I Hate the Homie podcast. Please tell a friend to tell a friend.
GRIFF, who's winning the Super Bowl? I got the Bills. Supa Dave got Tampa Bay. Who you got?
Okay, let's figure it out. Let's go.
Time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. Deuces.